Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. I'd like to give special thanks to my very talented producer who's making it happen for me this morning, the very talented Mr. Jeremiah Long. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. And today, our video is on the 2024 NFL Draft prospect, Jalen McMillan, wide receiver out of the University of Washington. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it here on 100 Yards of Football. Jalen McMillan, 6'1", 197, out of the University of Washington, played in one of the most prolific offenses this year at the University of Washington with Michael Penix, Roma Doozy, and Jalen Polk. All those great players I just mentioned deserve their flowers this season at the University of Washington. But probably the most underrated part of that offense this year was Jalen McMillan, the wide receiver. And boy, he is a player. And I'm going to give him a nickname today here on 100 Yards of Football. I'm going to call him Smooth. From Fresno, California, Jaquan Memorial High School, one of the best high schools in the state of California. And you think about the people that came out of that high school out of Fresno, California. You got Jalen Green right now, the starting guard for the Houston Rockets. You got Brock and Robin Lopez, who's been two long-time NBA veterans. Then you got the Poindexters, Cliff Poindexter, Roscoe Poindexter, and Quincy Poindexter. All of them played in the NBA. And you think about this young man coming from the football side. But think about Mr. McMillan, as he was a high school All-American in the state of California, and he was Player of the Year in the state of California at the wide receiver position. But think about his career at Washington. He played in 38 games, 164 receptions, over 2,100 yards receiving, 14 yards a catch, and 17 touchdowns. But when you talk about the young man's skill set, just what I like about him as a wide receiver. Smooth as any receiver going into the 2024 NFL Draft, A+. Creates separation at his highest level, A+. Route running at a high level. I had to repeat that twice. A+ for Mr. Jalen McMillan. Tracks the ball well than any receiver going into this draft, A+. Outstanding production, as I just mentioned, at the University of Washington. He played in 38 games. I'm going to say it one more time. His production was 164 receptions, 2,143 yards, and 17 touchdowns. Big play threat waiting to happen in any part of the game, A+. Strong hands as a receiver at a high level, A+. A receiver with elite understanding of reading coverages better than any receiver going into the draft, A+. Competitive as a blocker at the wide receiver position, A+. He's a change mover. You want to rely on Jalen McMillan to give you first downs? He does it better than any receiver going into this 2024 NFL Draft. And finally, when you look at all the great receivers that's had success at the next level, you think about their football IQ. This young man right here, the IQ is off the charts as a wide receiver. Go back and watch the game film, him playing at the University of Washington this year and catching passes from Michael Penix Jr. And then when you look at him, and I think about Jalen McMillan, and I'm looking at his game film, he's got a little bit of John Stallworth, Alabama A&M, Pittsburgh Steelers. He got a little bit of Haven Moses, Denver Broncos. He got a little bit of Isaac Curtis, another California guy that went to San Diego State to play with the Cincinnati Bengals. He got a little bit of Wester Slaughter in him, who played with the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Oilers. Those gentlemen I just mentioned, they were smooth. Outstanding receivers that can really run their routes real good. You didn't think they was fast, but the next thing you knew, they were by you. Jalen McMillan is going to be a guy that's going to surprise a lot of people in the National Football League on the next level. So if you like the video today, we surely appreciate it here at 100 Yards Football. Special thanks one more time to my very talented producer. Remember his name, because he's going to be a social media darling, the talented Mr. Jeremiah Long. I've been your host, Vincent Turner, this morning here on 100 Yards of Football. The University of Washington, go Huskies! Warren Moon!